The case of Bella, a young girl with Down syndrome believed to have been neglected and abused by her caregiver, has attracted national attention and debate over the well-being of children in welfare homes. Lawyer Beatrice Chin discusses the need to improve existing SOPs when giving out licenses to welfare homes.
Because the Women Ministry, they also oversee persons who are OKU, so it's women, children, and also Down syndrome persons as well. They oversee these three portfolios. Yeah. So what they could actually do is perhaps reassess or maybe reevaluate the standards and the minimum requirements of how a person can be qualified to get their welfare license. That's one of it. Alternatively, what they can also do is maybe also reevaluate or implement sort of a standards required to get this custody or of an adopted child. So one of the problems that I think Malaysia actually face at the moment is a lot of all these welfare homes, they are actually illegal. They're not registered with the welfare department. So Rumah Bonda is actually one of them. It's not registered and they've been operating illegally for I think quite a number of years now. Yeah. Um, so another thing is maybe a much more stringent and concise guideline on the eligibility of persons who are qualified to adopt children.
Beatrice also discussed how the law can be strengthened to protect the vulnerable and if the Child Act 2001 offers sufficient protection.
It hasn't been amended for a really long time, right? So, like all the other acts, when a specific legislation has not been amended, a lot of times they are not really on par with the surrounding environment and laws and the societal causes that we have. They are not really on par to assess and take into account these factors, right? If you're looking at amendments or enhancement, I would say, right, to Child Act 2001, there are quite a number of provisions that needs to be improved or included. I think the relevant provision here that Siti Bainun is charged, which is the Section 31, I believe, 31 sub 1, where basically it says if a caretaker, you have failed to either neglect, abandon, abuse the person who you are caring for, then you'll be found guilty under that specific provision, which I believe it goes up to a fine of about 50,000 ringgit, or you could be imprisonment. So that section itself, actually, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But it's more of the other check and balance monitoring system that I think needs to be embedded in the law.